It started raining. Oh, see, I'm working on this area over here. And I've been picking up seeds. So I guess I better take, darn it. I'm gonna have to, I'm trying to dry out some sunflowers. I don't think it's gonna rain that long. But it just started and I was just out here trimming the echinaceas. See, I cut this one out. And I cut the one that was up there by the corner of the house out already. And I've been cutting on this one a little bit. I'm leaving a couple because I want to try to do that tincture thing where you're supposed to take, and this one is 2 years old, but I'm not sure I'm going to use this one. And these ones are only 2 years old. Well, maybe that one's 3. This one's 3 and these ones are 2. I don't know. That one's 3 for sure. And I was going to cut that one. I was going to cut a couple of the dead off. And then I've been throwing them over my fence line. 'Cause, see? And then this will get mowed. And I'm going to go and cut those Lillian or whatever. Because we have a lot growing here. And my friend doesn't have any growing on her property. So I'm going to go top all those. And throw those in a box. And when I go out to her place, we're going to spread those out there. And then I haven't had a chance to get back here. I was just trimming up a little bit of this stuff. Oh, wait. This is a weed. Oh, oh my goodness. I'm going to have to have my son come pull this because... Oh. Sometimes you just don't know until I see the bloom, but that's a weed. That's an echinacea right there. So, I've been trimming them up a little bit and then sprinkling what I want right here for next year. And I'll just leave it here all winter long. And I've been chopping on this a little bit. Cutting the poof balls off. And then cutting on this a little bit. Because see, these are the seeds. Oh, there's thunder. Thunder. Thunder, 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 thunder. I gotta throw this stuff over. Because I want... Oh, and I did the same thing with the Elysium or whatever this stuff is called. It smells so good. So I trimmed around this corner. See? Hack. And I'm going to hack this way and untwist that, hack that off, and hack that back. And throw all that over the fence all the way down the line. And then do the same thing when these bloom out. I'm not going to do too much of these. These seeds are pretty cool though. Like that one right there is not quite ready, but it gets crispy like those. And then the white and the orange, when I deadhead those, I'm going to sprinkle those down right here. A little bit of the Elysium in here while I'm waiting for this corn to figure out what it's doing. I think this one back here might be dead. I don't know. The corn didn't do well this year. It did so much better last year. But trial and error, trial and error. I wasn't really wanting to grow. I grew it here last year and it did amazing. So it was like dead center. So maybe I'll grow it in this flower bed next year. Because that's dead center of the... And, you know, I only have to grow 6... And you can still have little other things growing around it. It's not a big deal. Because I'm not going to have the... Look, barely one seed gets away from me, to be honest with you. Like, all of that, I will take. All of it. I will literally pick every single thing out of there and put it all in a container. Because these are my marigolds, and I want to breed these. I want to keep... Look, these ones are 2 feet tall right now. Like, they're tall. And I think that those are the Mexican marigolds. And I really hope that those are. Because if those are the Mexican marigolds, those are one of the most resilient. And they'll turn into a bush. You can plant it somewhere and it'll come back every single year. I might leave the ones on the edge as a test. Like this one right here. On the edge here as a test. I'm still going to pick it clean. But leave the bush on this corner and see if it is. And then also this one right here. I want to do the same thing with this one. And I hope that that's what that is. Because that would be awesome. And then all the ones in the center are just regular marigolds. And boy, one frost and they toasted. But see how resilient these outer ones are? The taller, big ones. So, I might just deadhead the whole center into one container and mark it. And then when I go deadhead the other one. Because I would love to have the marigold bushes come back every year. If that happens, then, I don't know, I want to have thornless blackberries. And I have to have a place to put that. I want 2 nectarine trees, which I'm going to plant. I think one is going to go in this corner right here, 1 nectarine. I'm going to move one of those, clear a spot, put the tire over it, plant the nectarine there. And then the other nectarine, either, I don't know, I was thinking like right here. Like right where the bike is, on the back end of the bike, like, you know, them be side by side. I was thinking I could do that and then square off this corner right here, like have my son next year dig all these irises up and then plant them that way. Plant them going this way and then that. And then just extend this bed. I don't know, because there has to be a way, a pathway that has to come to get the wagon back and forth for when the weed, when I have people weed. I try to make it as easy as possible. Simple, simple, simple. That's that eggplant. My neighbor's like working on that field. Oh my gosh. That looks amazing already. Oh, it stopped raining. And then now I just felt one little sprinkle. And then it's not raining. Bummer. I found this pink bachelor button and I pulled it. So I'm letting it, the seeds drop in here. So that I'll have some pink on this side. Ooh, thunder. So I'll have some pink on this side. And then get some more colors going in that. This is going to be amazing next year. I can't wait. And then I need to cut off a couple more leaves on this one. But since I've been covering it at night, it's doing much better. Ooh, look at, they're pollinating that really good, but look at those seeds. I don't know if you can hear that because he's so loud. Look how much I shook off. And then that bee's like, get out of here. iris. Fleeing out. That's awesome. Oh, my garlic's doing that too. Look at that. Look at those seeds. Woo. I want this whole section right here, oh, it's sprinkling again, to be garlic. And then I'm thinking that that is having an issue. So I might lose one of my lilies. But that's okay, because I'll just replace that. It's okay if I have to replace one or two until I can get them really acclimated. I want garlic to take up this whole corner right here. I'm going to take this piece out and open that up, and then I'll cut back these Johnny Jumpers. And I do like the Johnny Jumpers. I have them in a couple spots. When I'm going to pull these irises out next year and relocate these on both sides, because this is where I want the marigolds. I want marigold bushes is what I think I want to do. Not like all crowded like that, but just spaced in between, like 4 on this side, 4 on this side. I decided that I just want the marigolds, and then the Johnny Jumpers can grow in between the marigolds or up and around or whatever, because I think it actually looks kind of cool together. It's different. Most people don't put that orange, purple, and yellow together, but I think it'll look good. And then with the lilies in the back and stuff. And then, see, I have Johnny Jumpers all over the place. They're everywhere, because they literally jump all over the place. But that's okay. They're easy to pluck out if you don't want them there. I personally just let them grow. I don't care. Like, look, this Alyssum. For some reason, the purple popped up over here. And I'm going to pluck that out probably and transplant it. Or not transplant it, but I just pull it out and maybe throw it down here in this corner so that the white and the purple, maybe, I don't know. Or I'll chuck it to that bed back there. I'm just trying to find ways too of being able to, because at the end of every season, you have to be able to get rid of your garbage, or when you cut everything down. Look at this, ended up being blooming another white carnation. It smells so, oh, this one's gonna be a burgundy. No, maybe this one's gonna be a dark pink. That one's a pink, and then that I have a light pink and a dark pink over there. I don't know, there's still ones that are blooming, like this one's gonna bloom, this one, there's one down there, that's white. There's one right here. It was a mixture. And again, this is its second year. Next year it's gonna be 3 years old, so it should be, they get 2 to 4 feet tall, and already it's 2 feet tall. So I feel like that mine are gonna be at the minimum 3 feet. So it's gonna get bigger and bushier next year. I might expand out a little bit, like pull this forward, which I think I might do. I might pull this. I made sure I left lots of room to make changes. That's so important in your garden. Make lots of room to make changes just in case. Like, 'cause sometimes what you see isn't what happens. Mine ever changes. Ever changes. I'm constantly changing. So I might pull this back, like to this pathway, and then just push this up another 2 feet, and then just pull this and open this up a little bit more, so that my flower beds are a little bit longer on this side in front here. Just so that, number one, it'll give my carnations more space instead of it being so pressed up against that. And then this is a, I don't know, bed. I think I'm going to do marigolds in this bed too. Because like I said, marigolds are, it's a insect repellent. So if I have marigolds right here, it's not going to, insects and deer and stuff are not going to want to be in this corner. Okay, and this is the flower bed that I eat out of all the time. My carrots, I'm letting my lettuce go to seed right now, what's left. And I plant carrots and lettuce, and there's my celery right there. Man, I'm just so happy. That's lemongrass. There's a little bit of onions in here. Right now there's two pumpkins over here in this corner. But I don't normally put pumpkins here. But I put, and I'm going to put cucumbers here next year. This is the bed I eat out of constantly. This one and that second one. This is a flower bed to bring in the pollinators. And then I have the mint right there. So that's also a insect repellent and deer repellent. Then I have the marigolds over here. And that's, you know, covers this side of keeping the deer out. So next year, oh, the deer don't like the bachelor buttons, and the bachelor buttons grow in here. So, and they don't like the echinaceas. Right here, I want to do marigolds, so that the deer don't care about the lilies, but they do like the, I'm not going to have the teddy bear sunflowers here next year, so it won't matter. They don't like the asparagus, or the mums, or the echinacea. And I don't really have, I'm going to try to do the Gerbers up through here. And then maybe one marigold. And then they don't like the echinaceas or the African daisies, but they like this other thing that's in here. It looks like an African. Oh, it's raining again. But it's not. It's these when they bloom. It's a little bit different. It's these. I tried to mask it with the African daisies, but it didn't work. Like, they're smarter than I thought. This will remain how it is. It'll have more poppies. These are snapdragons. And this is just for smell, and because I like walking past this. Which my aunt gave me this super, like, old early 1900s typewriter. So I think I'm going to put it out here because it's heavy. I did a video a couple of winters ago on it. It was like a shorts video. But I'm going to put it out here, and that will weigh, it's really heavy, so this will weigh it down more. And then that way the wind can't blow it open. This bed is supposed to be my tulip bed, but my tulips don't like me, so whatever. So I might do corn in this bed next year. And then I have all this stacked up right here because this prevents me from planting right here. Because this is the only open bed that I'm going to have in my garden for my last decision-making bed. And it's already got half strawberries in it, which has these barrels, which I want to make a strawberry waterfall coming out of this wagon with wagon wheels and stuff, which is going to leave this section open, which I'm going to have this table. And then I'll be able to do maybe, I don't know, maybe like a centerpiece or something, like a pile of old rocks, and then fill it with dirt, and then have strawberries coming out of that or whatever. I don't know. This is supposed to be my strawberry bed, and I want lots and lots of strawberries because as soon as they ripen, I eat them. They don't even make it to the house at all, ever. I get out here before Serenity. It's terrible. And then this for my pollinating. And then I'm gonna want to figure out a way that I can have the strawberries and then put marigolds in here somehow. Like, I've got to build it to where I can intermix those two so it brings the pollinators and it makes the deer not attracted to it. That's because that's why I have to have the covered wagon. Now, if I want the waterfall, I'm going to have to figure something, or I'm going to have to put a cage over all of it, which is not what I want to do. I'm already not happy having the cage. I'm incorporating into a wagon in order to appease my unhappiness. So that's what is going on with that situation. Okay, how long is this video? Because, oh, it's only 20 minutes. Okay, so I did the hour one, and then I uploaded it when I didn't think things were very busy, and I had 5 bars, the whole 9 yards, and it took from, I woke up in the middle of the night and said, oh, I should upload that video. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I uploaded the video, went back to bed, and it did not get done today until 10:45. Like, that was insane. And I didn't want to give up on it because it was over 61%. Look, that's a chocolate. I don't have very many of those. The birds like the smaller seeds versus the bigger ones. So, the 20-minute, I'll upload that tonight, and it shouldn't take, like, if I make it a half an hour, maybe it'll be less. I don't know. Oh, my Swiss chard is doing really well again. I'm going to have to come out here and hack it down. But right now I've been working on this mess back here and trimming up all the seeds and stuff off of this and putting it into a bag. And then I got to fill find some other containers because I really don't have any bags. Because I use reusable bags. And I'm really short on this, and I borrowed these from my daughter. So that's how that's working. And that's all she had, because she too uses reusable bags. So she didn't have much. So I had to find a container. Hi, Brucifer. Put this stuff in it. And then, or trim it all up, take that, put it in the pile. And then this is going to go to my friend's house. And then and I've been working on getting the seeds. You can see how many seeds dropped this afternoon. So I'm going to figure out how. I'm going to have to pick up all those seeds. Then I was kind of waiting, but I did all this area, so I swept this area out, so that way when the seeds roll out, it's a lot easier for me to get them. So if I can get my son out here to help me pick up all these little seeds and then hold up that branch while I sweep underneath of it so it's smooth, then it'll be a lot easier for Serenity, because she's the one that comes out here. Oh, she loves picking up all that, but I don't know if I can get her to pick up all that stuff that's underneath. But you can really see it is going crazy, which is fantastic. I don't pick all the seeds out of here. See, you can see there's seeds all back through here. I don't pick up the seeds out of there. What I do is I pick up all the seeds that are falling this way. Oh, look, there's 2 escapees. I pick up all those seeds and then transplant those. Next year I come out and any bald spots that I see that nothing's popped up, I'll pluck those into it. And then I want to plant these somewhere else or finish going all the way down. I don't know. I kind of don't want it up against the house. It was just my nursery because this looked like that field when I started out. And I really didn't have any place to put that stuff. So now I want to have a different spot for it. And I'm kind of expanding over here. But now that I found that nectarine tree, now I want 2 nectarine trees. And then I also still want to be able to grow pumpkin, watermelon, zucchini, squash. And my zucchini and my squash won't be in this flower bed next year. And this flower bed, you know, like this one right here is going to be lavender, chamomile, and carnations. And I'm going to extend it, but I'm going to extend it for those items. I'm going to extend this one, but it's going to be marigolds, and I think I'm going to leave my Swiss chard because it really likes this flower bed. This one, I'm going to extend it, but I'm just going to add more lettuce, more carrots, cucumbers, my celery, and stuff like that. I'm going to extend this one, just to give it more room, because see how tight it is up against this? So I'm just going to bring this back some, just to give what's in here more room. And then, and I left, if you notice how wide these are, like this one right here, I gave this a lot of space to come back out more. And I plan to, but not yet. Because I don't need, because my onions take, like, I'm just now finding enough people to take my over. You know, like I leave some for the whole winter, but my overflow has to go somewhere. So I just now have 1, 2, 3, 4 people. So that's perfect. That's us and 4 other families. That's 5 families that can eat this, and that's fantastic. That's what I'm shooting for, because the reason why I want this many onions is because I want it to have the reed effect, to make it go with my ocean stuff. And then marigolds, because this is not this is for me to look at my shells and rocks, and I can't see my shells and rocks, so I don't like it. Changing it. And I don't know where I'm going to grow tomatoes. Maybe in containers. I don't know. I want to try peppers next year on this in pots. I'm going to grow some stuff in pots on this. Maybe like peppers or something. I don't know what I can. Something small and that can drape. If not, if nothing happens, I'm just going to get spray paint all those black. Get pots to go in. Dig all the pots out that go in all these, and then just take seeds from this stuff down here and put it in there and just let it drape down. That might be, because I'm going to be working on my second level of my garden next spring. I did my first level. Now I want to do my second level where I have hanging pots. More things are in the air. Taller. Everything's going to be taller and draping down, that kind of stuff. The second tier is what I'm going to shoot for. And I'm not going for a 3-story garden, just a 2-story garden. And that'll look cool. All right, well, I'm going to end this because I'm going to try doing this is like a half an hour video. And maybe I'm going to see how long it takes to do a half-hour one, loading it up all night long. All right, so you guys have a good evening. Bye.